me 2. Give me 3. Turn me on!
I have a one question to ask. Anybody ready to go walk with me?
Yes, sir.
Anybody ready to go walk with me?
Yes, sir.
War time! War time! You gonna make your name today. You understand?
Yes, sir.
1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. How you feel? How you feel? Yeah!
Hey, I'm Jeff Hullinger, and it is great to be with Born to Compete. What a great job they do every week with all the wonderful football highlights all around North Georgia. No matter the age, no matter the team, no matter the skill, they got it all covered, and they've got all the good stuff. In fact, we have some great stuff to share with you tonight. The #1 Atlanta Vikings taking on the Welcome All Panthers, and the Vikings are number one in the state. Nobody is better. They have great coaching, they have great parents, they have great fans, and they have kids who really like to stir it up on the football field. The Vikings have the returning B2C Player of the Year. That is Cornelius Hurd, and that name tells you everything that you need to know about this kid. He is strong, he is fast, he is smart, and he will not quit. He just keeps firing at opponents, and that really makes the difference in the 7U division. And those are some of the highlights that we are looking forward to. And don't forget about highlights. Team 1-1. We have you covered on Friday night on the ATL, Channel 36. We go for 30 minutes, and then we come back with a little bit of a shortened view on 11 Alive at 11 o'clock. So along with Born to Compete, 11 Alive, we got you covered all around North Georgia, and we are set and ready to go to give you the best highlights and the best action possible.
7 under division, Welcome All Panthers Black taking on the #1 team in the state, the Atlanta Vikings. And the Atlanta Vikings are being led out by #2. Last year's Player of the Year in the 6 and under division. He is just that good, and Welcome All Black is looking for some respect. And this is how they start the game off, giving it #1, gets inside. You see he's been coached up, they switch the ball to the outside hand. And 50 yards later, the Welcome All Black has the lead over the #1 ranked team in the state. But the Atlanta Vikings will not go down without a fight. And look at #2, run the ball. Good stiff arm, still moving his feet. That is just beautiful running right there. Don't know if he's been coached up, but that's just natural ability, but that's probably both of them, and he is showing why. But Welcome All. Later on in the series, on 4th down, they have team speed as well, and they can run step for step with the Vikings. Late in the 4th quarter, Welcome All still leading. But here he goes, Player of the Year candidate. Breaks off a 50-yarder, and the Vikings are down now 7-6. Little bit above 40 seconds left in the game. They need to play. It's 4th down. They go downtown. Bang! He's wide open. #12 gets into the end zone, and that is the ball game as the Atlanta Vikings defeat the Welcome All Panthers.
First of all, with a couple of adjustments what me and the coaches made in the halftime, and resilience in the team within itself. We prepare the whole week for this particular game, and when it's time for it to step up, that's what #1 teams do. You step up and accept the challenge.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex with Born to Compete. You see Jeff took the mic from me just for a minute. Does a great job here with 11 Alive. You can see us every Friday night doing high school sports, covering it in the fashion that you know we do best, the great coverage that we bring to you. Now, let's get into the 8th grade division. Some people call it 14 under, but of course we call it 8th grade, and that is the #1 ranked team, the Decula Falcons, taking on the #14 ranked team, Milford Wolves. Everybody knows the Decula Falcons have a cornerback out there, Jaden Alexander, that is one of the top players in the country. But at the same time, the Milford Wolves, you know they win nothing but state championships in high school in their junior program, 8th grade division. They do the same thing as they compete. They are very well coached, and they are one of the most underrated teams in the state of Georgia. Let's check the highlights out. Good. #1 team in the state taking on the #14 in the state, the Decula Falcons versus Milford Wolves, and this is a game that everybody wanted to see, but Decula was in control early. Look at the post pass across the middle, #4. Looks like Decula is doing their thing, getting down the field, looking like the #1 team in the state. Nice slant pass, and #3 catch the ball in front of you, getting to the end zone, and Decula would lead early in the game. But you know Milford, and Milford football's coach Ken Burns would say, they used to coach up there, We play it the hard way and we play it the right way. And Milford right now is leading the #1 team in the state. But Decula continue to fight back. Continue to show they're not ready to give up the #1 ranking just yet. As number 22 gets some positive yards for him. And then number 28, late in the 4th quarter, they're trying to score. Gets down to the 15-yard line. Now 3rd and short. Decula has to get a first down. They have to get a first down, but they can't as number 74 makes a great play in the backfield. And 4th and short. Can Decula get the first down? No, they do not get it. The ball goes over to Buford, but now Buford has their backs against the wall. And oh no, it is a fumble. It is a fumble. The ball squirts around for a little bit. One of the Buford players picks it up, tries to get up out of there, make a play, but it is a safety, and Decula will lead 8-7 with 40 seconds left in the game. Then Buford trying to make something out of another number 2 pass the ball, but here comes number 3. Had a great game. He ended up being named player of the game as he would help the Falcons hold on to win the game against the Milford Wolves 8-7.
I was really pleased with our defensive stand down here. We had them pinned back in their own end zone, and we got that safety to make that a 1-point difference in the game. We knew Milford was going to come out and play hard, and they always do every week, and every time we play them, and I was just glad the defense stepped up when they did.
Georgia Extreme, Georgia D1 crossover matchup. Forsyth Paladins taking on the Gresham Rattlers in the 11 under division.
Domination on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And this would be a good one, but it would start out bad for the Forsyth Paladins. They had 2 snaps go over the head on punts, and Gresham would capitalize. See here, a new little wrinkle Gresham has added with the jet sweep from the shotgun. Number 1 goes around the corner, gets into the end zone, and Gresham would have an early lead. But then Forsyth Paladins will start playing some good football as they give it number one, one of the top running backs in the state at his age group, trying to get his team back in the game. But here on 4th and short, look at the big lineman from on the defensive line, number 75, get the tackle, causing the turnover on downs. And then number 11. Look, when you're playing Gresham, and Gresham has finally figured it out to spread them out with the shotgun, going with the jet sweep, then you can come back inside if need be. But number 11 takes a handoff inside, gets outside, gives a couple of moves, and gets into the end zone as Gresham will end up winning the game.
It was a hard-fought ball game. We knew coming in this week playing Forsyth it was going to be tough, you know what I mean? Especially after the loss we took to North Henry. The boys came back to practice this week, executed, knew we had to execute and just have discipline out there on the field. And that's what happened, you know what I mean? Execution and discipline, I put it on the boys and they did their job.
How you feel?
Good!
Who we?
Fellas!
Who we?
Fellas!
Hey y'all, put it up. Put it up. Put it down and cut up.
No.
One, two, three.
Let's take it to the GFL to watch the Norcross Blue Devils taking on the Parkview Panthers in the 12 and under division. And to start the highlights off, look at this run here by number 23 from Norcross. Good moves in the hole, make a couple people miss, make another one miss, and then show off the speed as he gets into the end zone. But unfortunately, the play would come back as there was a penalty on the play. But when Parkview gets the ball, watch number 75. Looking like Big Justin Masker last year, and we already know he was an All-American. Takes a hit, breaks some more tackles, get down the sideline, show off the speed, picks up good yardage for the Parkview Panthers. And then number 6 makes a couple of people miss, dives into the end zone, scores a touchdown, would have Parkview up early in this game. And then watch number 75. Oh, Lord, I love the way to use your hands, set the edge, make the tackle, and that is the way you make a big play. Not only an impactful play on offense, but on defense as well. And then they give it number 8. He gets into the end zone, and Parkview will win big over Norcross. Hope you guys are enjoying the highlights. Next highlight coming up is the Acworth Warriors taking on the Milford Warriors. I guess the Battle of the Warriors here. Everybody talks about the Acworth Warriors, say that they may not be the team that everybody thinks they are, but every single year in the B2C Championship Series, they have made it to the championship game. The only team they have lost to are the undefeated, they've only been scored on twice, let me get that right, are the Sandtown Vikings, and now they're at the 9 and under age group, and we expect more of the same from them. Check the highlights out. Acworth Warriors taking on the Milford Warriors in the Northwest Georgia Youth Football League. And Acworth is currently ranked number 2 in the B2C polls. And everybody always forgets that the Acworth Warriors have only lost to the Sandtown Vikings. That is all. That is it. And this possibly might be the same way this year as far as making it to the championship game, as Acworth is looking very good. You see number 6 had a big-time run right there. Then they give it number 44 in the fullback dive. He gets into the end zone, scores touchdown. And then watch this play here by number 25. Good job staying home, going there. If the man stands up, take the ball from him, get into the end zone. The Acworth Warriors will win big over the Milford Warriors.
That's a good football team. They're big across the line, they're talented out back, and they didn't quit to the last whistle. That's a very good football team, but a better football team beats them 28-0.
Northwest Georgia Youth Football League matchup, 12-0 division. Wallace Park Falcons taking on the Douglasville Tiger Cubs. And Wallace Park has a very good team that is underrated, still undefeated, and still undefeated after this game here. As you see, number 7 turn the quarterback sneak into a touchdown, gets to the end zone, getting the Wallace Park Falcons a touchdown. And then number 4 from the Douglasville Tiger Cubs gets outside, gets to the end zone, tight roping it there, gets inside the pylon, gets in there and scores. And then when Wallace Park is on defense, they got number 25 there playing the middle linebacker position, blitzes it perfectly as he gets into the backfield, getting the tackle for a loss, seeing causing a little bit of pressure right there. As number 7 picks the ball off, keeps his feet, and goes 56 yards into the end zone as Wallace Park will end up beating Douglasville Tiger Cubs.
We had a good opponent to play. The main thing that we're going through is learning how to go suffer through the consequences and make the end of the game ours.
Six and none of division. Welcome all Panthers, ranked number 2 in the state, taking on the Georgia Heat, who are ranked number 3 from Columbus, Georgia.
Championship swagger, baby. One line. Let's go.
Dominate on 3. Hey, we're going to whoop these little babies, man. Let's whoop these little babies. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And you hear Coach Sean telling his kids to dominate. They give him the ball, but look at this tackle here from the Georgia Heat, and they recover the fumble, but that will be the only bright spot they will have in this game, as the Georgia Heat went to number 8 Player of the Year candidate. Just like his brother last year with welcome all 12 and under, this kid can absolutely play ball. Then Georgia Heat, great blocking up front, tries to get through the hole, but big hit by number 21, causes a fumble, and welcome all pick it up. Then later in the game, they give it to number 24, gets around the edge, and welcome all will end up winning the game 20-0 over the Georgia Heat.
You know, they came all the way down from Columbus. Now they got a long ride back. They couldn't stand on the field with these guys. These are number 1 little 6-year-olds, not in the state, but in the country. If you think you got a little 6-year-old team that want to get on the field with, come on down here to College Park and see what we made of. We're going to have a running clock on you, whoever you are. You don't want it. Panthers, baby.
Okay, guys, let's take a break just for a second and look at the B2C Prime segment. Listen, guys, if you don't know about this kid right here, Eric Sweeney from the Sandy Creek Patriots, listen, you must be living up under a rock. The number 8 running back in the country, rated by the different rivals and 24/7 and Scout and all those different ranking programs that are out there. He is considered one of the top running backs in the country and the number 1 running back in the state of Georgia. I remember a couple of years back when he was playing for the Panhandle Hurricanes. Check this out. Imagine this for a championship game. Preston Williams, who is considered the number 3 receiver in the country, going against Eric Sweeney, who's the number 1 running back in the state of Georgia. How about that for a championship game in the Clayton County Division? So guys, let's not wait any longer. I know you want to see about it. You want to see how he's grown, how he's matured, how he's become such a phenomenal player. Check it out.
First of all, because it's just a wonderful place. The coaching staff is putting something great together.
Can you guess what college Eric Sweeney is referring to? You may already know. After much courting from numerous Division I schools, Eric narrowed his list to Florida State, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, and the eventual winner in the Sweeney sweepstakes, Ole Miss. Eric decided to commit before his senior year so that his recruitment wouldn't be a distraction for this season's number 1 goal.
We're looking to win the state championship. That's the goal every year for this school, this program. That's the #1 goal. We've been preaching this since January, since MAC drills, 15 MAC drills. It's state championship, state championship. We go get the region championship. That's our first goal. Then we just continue on to the next. Going to take it game by game, and we just try to do that.
Eric is part of a Sandy Creek High School program led by Coach Chip Walker. The Patriots have won 6 straight region championships, including 3 state titles during that time. Sweeney was a star at one point in his career on both sides of the ball.
I miss defense, sometimes, but it's nothing like having that ball in your hand, your teammates depending on you and everything. Just scoring that touchdown, he got a different feeling from defense.
You always could tell he was special. When he first got here, we tried him out a little bit on defense and moved him around, but he always had a knack for running football. And his freshman year, Mike Hilton was our starting tailback, and Mike got hurt, and so as a freshman, Eric had to play some, and you knew he had some special ability at that point in time.
Man, it's a big difference. The boys are much bigger. Basically facing grown men. You 14 years old coming in as a freshman, facing people that's 18, 17, about to go to college. It's just a big difference. You just got to mentally prepare yourself for high school and your body, mentally prepare yourself. So it's a big difference.
Running back has suited this high school senior well. Last season, Eric rushed for over 1,100 yards and 22 touchdowns. Sweeney also added 325 yards receiving and accounted for 4 scores, proving he's a very versatile offensive weapon.
My game, I do a lot of different things, speed, power. It's a lot of different things I like to do in my game. I can catch out the backfield. You got to have hands as a running back. That's one big thing they look for in colleges and everything. Is that.
From the running back perspective, his vision, his power, his speed, catches the ball great. He really has everything that you need. From a personal perspective, he's such a great person. He's kind of turned into a coach on the field as a senior. Has good work ethic, and he's just a good person.
Eric says his youth career helped prepare him for the high school level. He was our runner-up for the first ever B2C Player of the Year award and a 2-time All B2C Team Performer.
My youth career, it started out when I was about 6. Played for Riverdale Blackhawks. Just since I was little, I've been really good at football, I guess you could say. I always worked hard, tried to be the best at everything that I do. I just loved it since I was a little boy. My mama always told me stories about me. Always sitting down and looking at a football game since I was probably about 2 or 3, and just sitting there, just looking at it, just focusing on what they're doing. And I guess it just really stuck with me from there.
Sweeney saw what he wanted, worked hard to achieve his goals, and now has this advice for athletes making the transition from the youth level to the high school game.
One thing is focus on your schoolwork. When you first come in the 9th grade, that's the biggest thing. Your freshman year is your most important year. That's the kickoff. It will determine on how things go throughout your high school year, your freshman year. That's one advice. Just stay focused on what's important to you, your goals, and what you want to achieve in life.
Sandy Creek running back and Ole Miss commit Eric Sweeney is our B2C Prime alum.
Give me 2, give me 3, turn me up! Top 10 plays of the week, and I like it when we do this. Let's start off with Gresham Park versus Forsyth Paladin. Look at number 11. Make a move inside, set up your blocking, and then run through a tackle, get in the end zone. He was named the LaDainian Thomason Preparatory Academy running back of the week. At number 9, watch this by number 1. This is the way you start off a game. If you try and take on the number 1 team, listen, give the ball to number 1 from Welcome All Panthers Black as he went 50-plus yards into the end zone, giving Welcome All the lead. More highlights to come from this game later. At number 8, listen, they called the run back, but man, look at this run here. Avoiding about 4 people, getting down the middle of the field, outrunning the whole Parkview team. Even though the run would come back, the young man will have a great game. At number 7, look at this run by number 11. Go ahead, get in the hole, drop your head, dive into the end zone, score a touchdown. That gave Buford the lead, but Decula would come back again. Highlights later from this game. At number 6, watch this run. How do you look when you're the B2C Player of the Year last year and your team needs you? You break off a big run, bring them back, and try to help them win the game. Great run by number 2 from the Atlanta Vikings. At number 5, watch this play by number 25. Listen, gets in, strips the ball, has the football IQ, and at least see the open grass to get in and score a touchdown. Good for him. At number 4, watch this play by number 7. Good job with the pick 6, going 56 yards. Keep your feet, avoid the tackle, get into the end zone, and this young man will end up being the B2C Player of the Week. Good job for him. At number 3, on the punt return, picks it up. Smallest thing out there on the field, but he might as well be the fastest. As number 3 is outrunning everybody, avoiding tacklers the whole 9. He got a convoy with him, but ain't nobody blocking except the man number 9. We see you trying to block for him a little bit, but either way, gets into the end zone, scores touchdown. Play will get called back, but hey, it's top 10 play for us. At number 2, oh my goodness. I tell you what, Buford is a fantastic program, wonderful program. They gave Decula all they had, but how about this by the Decula Falcons, number 1 team in the state, find a way to win with a safety at the end of the game, winning the game, 8-7. At number 1, 40 seconds left in the game, number 1 team's down, and bang, number 12 with the touchdown catch helps end up winning the game for the Atlanta Vikings, and they stay number 1 in the state. And those are your top 10 plays of the week. Hey guys, Alex with Born to Compete, man, and that is our show for this week. We hope you've enjoyed it. The Decula Falcons, listen, they played a phenomenal game, won 8-7 with a safety at the end. You guys saw it, phenomenal game from them. And then, of course, the number 1 Atlanta Vikings. How about that, man? You're down all game long, and then to have a game-winning touchdown with a pass play for 7-year-olds now, that is phenomenal. With a little bit over 40 seconds left to win the game at Welcome All's Park, and then congratulations to Welcome All too. We know there's no winning and losing, but at the same time, we're looking at moral victory and just how far that program has come in the past couple of years. You gotta give them, you gotta have hats off to them. So guys, we hope you enjoyed the show. Love you very much, man. Take care. I'm out.
Give me 2, give me 3, turn me on! I have one question to ask. Anybody ready to go walk with me? Yes, sir. Anybody ready to go walk with me? Yes, sir. Wartime! Wartime! You gonna make your name today. You understand? Yes, sir. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. How you feel?